Need thin straps, loops, or ties? Rouleau is your solution. Here's our step-by-step guide to make it. To begin, cut a length of fabric along the straight grain of the selvage. That is the finished edge of the fabric with the manufacturing details. Cut it around 5 centimeters or 2 inches wide. We suggest keeping the length under 30 centimeters or 11.81 inches for easy turning unless a longer length is required. At the machine, begin by reducing your stitch length to 1.0, which enhances the durability of the tie. Fold in one long edge of the fabric strip by about 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch. Then position the fold to match the 5 millimeter seam allowance mark on your machine. While rouleau is usually sewn at a width of 0.3 centimeters or 1/8 of an inch, we find that extra width makes the turning process much easier. It's always good to experiment and see what works for you. Sew straight down the strip's length. After finishing one side, do the same for the other side of the fabric strip. Trim the seam allowance to 0.3 centimeters or 1/8 of an inch. You'll want to trim closely to make turning simpler, but if you trim too much, you may find your tie seam will rip open. With practice, you'll find the right balance. Prepare a threaded needle with a length of thread 5 centimeters or 2 inches longer than your tie. Next, snip the tie's end to give it a sharp finish. Begin by inserting the needle into the tie casing. Then, making sure to catch only one side of the tie, hand sew a stitch 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch from the raw edge. Remember, it's essential that the stitch starts from the inside of the tie. To ensure the stitch holds while pulling the tie through, secure it with a double knot. Thread the needle backwards to the end of the tie. Since the thread is longer than the tie, it should hang out the end without bunching it up. Trim the seam allowance at the top as closely as possible to aid in pulling it through. To begin turning, gently pull the needle while rolling the top of the tie between your fingertips to help that first section pull through. This can be a little tricky. Once the first section is through, continue pulling gently on the needle, assisting each section to pull through by rolling the fabric. If any part seems to be catching, avoid pulling on the needle too hard, as this could break it. Instead, go back to trimming any threads, rolling the fabric, and easing through the problem area. As soon as the tie's end becomes visible, use it to pull through the remaining sections. At the end, simply cut off the hand tack and voila, you've got a sleek rouleau ready for a multitude of sewing projects. If you love sewing, we've got something to help you plan out your creations, our awesome and awesomely free PDF sewing planner. Jot down your measurements, hack plans, and supplies for every project and add your fabric swatches and garment sketches. Use one of our 4 croquis models or sketch on the blank planner pages. It also includes a collection planner for organizing swatches and styling ideas for mini wardrobe collections and a 12-month sewing calendar. Get all your measurements sorted with our journal and step-by-step video tutorial, which walks you through how to take each measurement. Download your planner for free at madelabel.co/planner so you can get creative and plan out the wardrobe of your dreams.